next? So I just made this little notepad and I wanted to come and show the process of how I do it. So let's get started. So first what I did was I cut some chipboard into the size that I want, which is this size. I actually cut a couple other ones. I think I want to go ahead and use the smaller one. So this is the size that I want. So I cut some chipboard and made them identical in size. So the first step after that, what I do is, me personally, I try my best not to waste paper. And so what I'm going to do is use scrap paper. That's what I used here. So I have a lot of extra paper from when I was making my books, and I'm going to use those and put those into little notepads just like that. So what I also like to do for my cover, I like to take old calendar pictures and use them, simply because they have that nice feel to them. They're more sturdy than regular paper. And so whenever I get my hands on calendars, I try to keep them, especially the pretty ones. So that's what I'm going to use right now. I am going to use the calendar paper just like I did here. And so this was the outside, and then I used a different calendar for the inside. So what I'll do is size these up to the actual size that I want, the paper itself. I have a little handy paper slicer, paper cutter that I like to use. I have my bigger one over there, but that thing is too heavy for me to be trying to lift, and I don't want to just keep getting up. So I like to have one right here at my bench so I can work, do what I need to do, and then on the big jobs, then I'll go over there. So get a little idea of how much I want left to cut off. Not a big deal because it's all going to get cut anyway. So I'll take this and I'm probably not going to use all of that, but you know what would be kind of interesting though? What would be kind of interesting? I just had another idea. Wow. Okay. So let me see if I can do this again. That was a great idea. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Great idea. I don't know where that came from, but all of a sudden an idea came to me while I'm just sitting here. So I just chopped that up. So where's my little book? So here's what I did. So this way I took my paper, created it, folded it up, cut it up. But for some reason, I want to try doing it on both sides. Is that the one that I had? I don't think that's the one that I had. Maybe this one was the one that I had. Okay. So, okay. So, if I do it like that, then it covers it from both sides and I don't have to use that extra layer of that. So let's see how this works. Oh, this is the first time doing this. So let's see. Do I take that in there? Do I do it like that? How do I want to do this? Okay, a little trial and error here. Okay, but then I'm gonna have to make sure that I close it up over here just to make sure that, all right, trial and error this one. It's interesting. Let's see how this turns out. never done it like this before. Okay, so then what I can do is get that tight in there, get this right in there, fold this, and then I want to make sure that I do both edges over here, so that way there's nothing left over. I can go ahead and turn it in like this, like that. Okay, and then when I'm done, I can just fold that over like that, glue it like that, and then if I want to, I could do it like that, or I could simply cut this, get my bigger scissors, and cut this to size right about there, right about there, and then right about there. Okay. Hoo, 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 hoo. That turned out way better than I was even expecting. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue this. This is like, oh my goodness, this idea just came to me right now. I had not done it like this ever before in my life. So, oh my goodness, you guys are experiencing this right as it's happening. So let me get my yucky glue off of there so I can, all right. Want to make sure I'm doing the right size. Okay. It doesn't really matter simply because which side I'm doing it on, as long as it's the right way. Okay. I'm going to smooth this out. I might need a little more glue. Whoop. All right. Let's try that. Flip, flip. Okay. Let's put this in here just like that. Hoping that I did this right. If I didn't, I'm going to make it right. All right, good job. Okay, so now that that is in there, I'm going to press down on it and make sure that it is flat. Okay, now I'll take my other smaller size glue and I'm going to glue right in the crease. I like to glue in the crease simply because when I fold it over, all the extra glue will just seep out and it's not just too much, me putting too much glue on there. So I like to just take it, do it like that. See, that's just me doing it that way, and then all the glue comes seeping out anyway. So let me go ahead, seep, 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 seep. There it is. All the glue is seeping out, and it also gets more glue right there on the edge. I like that. Okay. Ooh, hoo, hoo. My goodness. This is awesome. So if I really, 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 really want, what I can do is I can even trim this down a little more. Let's see if I do that. How does that work? Looks like it could work. All right, trim it down a little more. Okay, trim this side down a little more. Okay, and okay, there we go. Good job, good job. Okay, cut that right there. cut that right there. So that way it will then, not quite, but still. Okay, so since I want to make it look like that, let's do it again. Because that was a little uneven. All right, so now let's try it. Ooh, I like it a lot. Okay. Yay. So now what I can do is go on ahead and glue this. Yes, honey. All right. Ooh, let's see. Get this. I have never done it like this before, but I like it because then it's the same on both sides. Ooh, let me see. Before I even do that, before I seal that down real quick, let me trim this. Ooh, I got glue on me. One more time, one more time, one more time. And I'm going to cut right along that line right there. Oh, that was great. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Ah, my goodness. Oh, I like it. Okay. Oh, so it's colorful. It's the same color on both sides. Whereas this one, I just said, okay, let me go ahead and fold it over. I did that the regular way. And the regular way for me to do that is by, that's not the right size, taking it like this, like this, like that, cutting off the sides here, there, boom, boom, and then folding it in like that, and then like that, and then doing it like that. But this is awesome. I can dig this one because then it'll be the same exact design on both sides, whereas this one was one side and then something different on the other side. So let's see how this works. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay, so let's get this even. Let's get this even. See if I can get this right. Wow, that is so awesome. Like, how did I even do that? Okay. See if I can remember what I just did. Okay, so what I'll do is I will fold in the crease edges, the edges. It might even work for me to cut it right away. So that way I don't have to struggle to do this. Okay. So fold that in, and then that way, go on ahead and cut that. No! Yes. Okay. Cut that. Fold that in like that to get the actual. Yes, I like it. Okay, cut that side. Maybe cut that side. Okay, cut it down a little less so that way when it comes up. Okay, so I got it now. And then this way, when I just pull this thing over, it's going to work. It's going to work. All right, so let me go ahead and glue my clipboard. That's not a clipboard, it's a chipboard. That is so silly of me. It's not a clipboard, it's a chipboard. Okay. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, let's see if I want to spread it out, make it a little more even. Make it more even. I don't have to worry about all those extra lumps in there. Okay, let's do this. Okay, turn it this way and voila. Okay, ready? La 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 la. Okay, press down, press down. Press down, press down. I'm trying to clear out my space. Okay, get my other glue. Or all along the sides here. Along the side here. In the crease here. Crease, 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 crease. Okay, here. Come on, crease. Glue. Come on. Ugh. Come on, glue. I need you to hurry up and do this. Right. All right, so let's get this folded in. Get that there. Fold that in. Okay. Let's do this side. I try to work quickly, especially with this glue, because it dries super fast. And so that's why I'm fussing with this glue a little bit and the paper and stuff, because I don't want the glue to dry. I mean, the amazing part about the glue, when it does dry though, it's easy to just peel off. But I would rather not do that. So, okay, so let me see. How do I take this over like that? That means I have a lot of leeway here. And so let me just cut right here. Okay. And if I want to, I can cut there. But I might want to go in a little more. And a little more. I will about say. Okay. Then that will allow me to get that there. Let's cut this right along that line, right there. Come on. I can get it. Good job. Okay. Now let me wipe this down real quick and get this glue ready to... Oh my goodness, this was a lot quicker than doing it the other way. Oh, I just created a whole new way of doing this. I am so super excited. Wow. Okay. Now I can go ahead and pull this over like that and then smooth it out. Let's go. Let's smooth it out. Smooth it out. Smooth, smooth, smooth it out. Smooth it out. All right. Good job. Goodness gracious, that was fast. Wow. I like that. I'm going to do that more often. Okay. So now I have both of my pieces, oh my goodness, together, and they're the same on the inside and the outside. I like that. So next, what I'll do is I'll size my paper. What kind of paper do I want for this? So this was already scrap paper that I had cut, and I don't know if I want to use that one. Let me see if I can do another size. See if this works. It's a little thinner, so I might end up just using this because it's thicker. I might not be able to use all of that though. So, okay, I'm gonna have to make it a little smaller. That should be okay. It's gonna be kind of uneven though when I do it like that. Let's see if this is gonna work. That would be nice. That would be super nice if I did it like that, because the size is just about right. It doesn't leave a lot of paper in this little one, and I like there to be a lot of paper as much as I can, especially with these spirals. I like to have a nice amount of paper, just because if you're writing something in there or sketching, drawing, whatever, you don't want 5 sheets of paper. You want more. So if I can give more, that would be better. It's just that when I do the spirals, it's going to be smaller. I guess it really doesn't matter. So, okay, next, what I shall do, since that just worked out so much quicker than what I had expected, now is when I will go and put my spiral holes in. So, okay, spiral holes, let's go. Okay, so here's my spiral hole cutter. I want to make sure that when I do this, it's going to be the right size, so I can either push in for an extra hole or pull out. And so what I want to do is, that looks like it's going to be, that will be right on the line. I think I'm going to have to do it anyway. So, okay. Yep, it's right on the line. And then let's go ahead and do this. That one's interesting. Okay. Okay, so now I have my holes in there, and the next step would be for me to do my paper. So let me I don't know if I want that to be short like that. I'm still contemplating that. So if I decide to do that, it's going to be inside there like that. It's going to be a little shorter. I just decided that I'm not going to allow decisions to keep me from moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use the paper that I had initially thought that I was going to use, the size of it, because I just don't want to waste any more time. I just want to get this done, and no hesitation. Let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and take these last little pieces of paper, and I am going to put the holes in them so I can put them in the little spiral paper. I break it up in two just because this thing, I don't know, something like 20 pages it can do, but I want to make sure because I want to keep my stuff long lasting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the holes in here. So I'm going to try to do the exact same as I did with the, okay. Ooh, so this one, let's see, pull this out. I don't really need that one. So that one's probably going to work. It'll be on the line anyway. So let's do it. Yep, see, if I did it, it would be on the line. And it's not that big of a deal unless it just doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then I'll just do it again. Okay. All right. Now let's go on over and put this together. Okay, so I'm back at my little bench. I'm going to size this. Maybe because that one has the hole there, I can do it like that. And then that way it doesn't even make a difference with that hole being there. Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to put that hole there or move it over this way. So no, I'm just gonna go back and put another hole there. So give me a second. Okay, so I just went back and I just added that extra hole. Even though it's halfway cut off, at least I don't have to worry about the rest of that. So, okay, It's going to work. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to worry about it. So let me get my spirals. Got my little box of spirals. And I want to see if I have one pre-cut already to the size. Okay, so I have 3 different ones that are already pre-cut. That way I don't have to worry about trying to take one of the long ones that I would use for a bigger book and cut it down. I can just use one that's already been used. Okay, so now it's seeing which one will work. Okay, that looks like it's going to work. That one's too small. So let's do this. Okay, let's get these right. I want to see. It seems like that should be the same thing. So, okay. I'm going to line the holes up together. I so wish I could have just done this in the middle. And maybe I can. Maybe I can. Okay, so if I do it like that. Okay, so take this and just start going through the holes. Going through the holes. Going through. Going through. Going through. And one more. And we are good. Okay. So look at that. Oh my goodness. It's all nice. Okay. So what I do is I don't like that point there. So I get some nail clippers. I clip off that. Then I'll get my pliers and I will just turn this in like this. That way it keeps it from having to be too. Okay, so then I have that. And then let's see. I'm going to go ahead and clip this side. Okay, and then I'll turn this one in like this too. Turn it in. Doesn't matter how you do it, just get it done. And there you go. Maybe a little further in. Let's go. All right. And now I have my little notepad. It's a little off-center, but okay. So what? It's done. Look at that. Boom. All ready and all done. How cute.